Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to the demo of Dimensionals, a fantastic cartoon card game. This is actually one of the hardest demos I have ever played. The tutorial's super easy, of course, but the Master Raid, pretty tough. I failed really hard the first couple times. Uh, Figured out that maybe the shark guy is not my best pick. I liked him initially because he is a tank. He draws the fire for the first 3 turns and has 10 block, which is great. Seems better than Gramps, which doesn't have the taunt. But, and the shield slam is a 0 cost, pretty high damage, but it also can only be used once every 3 turns. It's still really good, but I think the biggest thing I figured out was the potions are very important. So we're just going to go with the classic 3 heroes here. So this guy just gives us more mana and heals 1 at the start of each fight. Most importantly, this might be the most important thing that I found, because I initially replaced him with the shark, and then I was like, that numbing zap that reduces incoming damage by 50% by applying weak. Pretty important. I also really like the Crippling Speeds card here. That also applies weak, but it also does really good damage for the mana, and has a pretty good crit chance, and it needs to crit to apply weak. Yeah, so if you want to take a look at these, you can slow it down and pause. There's some really good passives and stuff in here that I have not actually gotten to show up yet. Koa, I'm kind of torn on. Like, he's clearly built around crits and stacking up passives that give him rage or poison or corruption on hit, and then hitting a bunch of times to apply those a bunch of times. But the problem is, in this game, you've only got 3 to 4 slots per character, so you really can't get that much stuff. These are the slots here. You really can't get that much going on them before you fill out, and it's kind of frustrating, honestly. It's not like most card games where you can have a much larger deck and your hand size is limited. This is like, your hand size is your whole deck, and the hand size is smaller than the hand sizes in most card games, so it's quite limiting. Now, at the start of each run, it does give you an option to upgrade hero slot, which actually means add an extra slot to the hero. And I'm hoping in the full game you get that option many times so that you can actually have a bunch of slots. But I have no idea. So we're definitely going to do that. And probably put it on Koa because he's our damage dealer. Worth noting that putting all your damage cards on one character can go really bad if that character dies. So the first fight of this short run is really easy. Basically tutorial fight. We're going to put all our damage stuff on Koa since he has a higher chance to crit. 20% more. These are potions over here, in case you guys are not familiar. Just stacks a bunch of +1 damage on that target, 20% heals, or deal 25% of their max hit points, which is obviously incredibly helpful on bosses. Actually, we're going to move this over here too. Alright, so he's going to try and hit Koa for 10. going to take damage, so unfortunately we're just gonna have to spend our whole 1 mana on blocking this turn. Now there is a card you can get that the first crit each turn will give 10 block to your whole team. That is super, super powerful. It's not only good defense, but it also means you can spend more mana on offense. So he's still attacking me for 5, so again we're going to have to waste mana on defense, which sucks. And then the weird thing with Whale is that when it crits, it's like, that just means one of the 2 is going to crit. And you can tell it's going to crit by the psychedelic colors down here. So it like tells you ahead of time if it's going to crit or not, which is nice. Although it tends to be a little buggy. But this one, like, it's saying it's going to crit, but it might only be one of the 2 hits that crits. So actually better odds of doing damage with this one. Alright, and we got 3 mana. We should be able to easily kill him this turn, especially since this is critting. And it's critting again. So, as I said, easy first fight. It's never a challenge. But the boss fights are a very different matter. We could get another numbing zap. That's actually kind of tempting. This would mean that we could use numbing zap basically every turn, or twice every other turn, which means we could actually stack the weak up and keep it going, but that doesn't actually like make it make the effect any stronger. It just adds duration. So there's really not too much point in doing that unless we wanted to apply it to multiple targets, which at some point we probably will, but slots are very limited, so I'm gonna skip it. This, for 3 mana, gain 4 rage, which does extra damage on every hit, and deal 10 damage to a random enemy 4 times. That is good. We are going to take that, because the rage lasts for the rest of the fight, so that's just an accelerating, a scaling buff, which is very appealing. Definitely want stuff that keeps getting better as the fight goes on. So these guys, this one is like kind of a mini boss that just has a lot of shield and then at the end explodes for a bunch of damage if you don't kill him first. And then these guys are just, frankly, easier because they're just kind of normal mobs. There's like one big one that will stack corruption on us, so debuffing us to take more damage when we're hit, but pretty easy to kill them. Right, 10 damage coming in here, which unfortunately needs a bad block. Really wish we had the 10 block on crit. And now he's going to attack over here, so we gotta block that too. Suck, suck, suck. They're attacking everybody but our guy that gets 10 block for free each turn. It's literally, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I would love to use Unchained Aggression. Oh, it's critting. Wait, how is that not enough? What? It's 40 damage and it's... Oh, it must not be... Yeah, it's a multi-hit, so... Must only be a couple of the hits are critting. Oh, that blows. That blows meaty chunks, my friend. That means we need to use Numbing Zap instead to weaken his attack. And we need to... Bummer. Critting again. Okay. Well, how much is it doing? A lot. 56. But this is not going to be enough to kill him, so unfortunately... How is that still leaving him with 2? Oh my god. It's... Why is it splitting the damage? I don't understand this. Random enemy, that's what I was getting. Oh. Well. I should have read that description more carefully. So that's going to be an issue in fights with multiple enemies. Now it looks like we didn't get any crits this time? Yeah, we did. This is what I was saying about it being buggy. It's not showing that anything's going to crit, but clearly this is critting. Or is it just the rage that I'm not getting? Does the rage apply before or after the hit? I haven't been paying attention. Yeah, anyway. 18 each, so yeah, it does apply before. That's nice. Okay. Ooh, we got a lot of good options here. So poison goes very, very well with our 4 attack. Should apply 5 poison on each of those attacks. Well, if it's critting. Yeah, only the first 3 attacks, I guess. Or... yeah? Yeah, should be. Or we can do Crippling Speeds, which is also a good card, but I think this doesn't cost any mana, so... Obviously, Defense Stance is a good card. Let's go with Poison. Numbing Zap over to him. And there we go. So now it's going to take us to a shop, or a potion shop, or a card shop, basically. Kind of a toss-up at the start. Let's go to the shop first. I haven't found any need for money in the demo. The relics appear to be the same 3 relics each time, and none of them are actually, like, helpful in combat. So we're gonna go for a rare skill. We got poison again. Interesting. This one is really, really good. Although obviously it falls off in boss battles that go on for a long time. All heroes gain plus 20% crit chance. Ooh. Do we want 20% more crit chance for 15 more poison per turn? I feel like we have to go with the poison, right? It's too tempting. Now the problem with this is, as I said before, very limited on slots, so you can't really make a good build on any one character. So, these guys, I think, heal when they deal damage to you. And these guys... this guy just gives a bunch of shield to his allies. Say both are pretty easy fights. He's got a lot of hit points, and yeah, he heals off damage. So in order to get this poison in here, we're going to have to take one of the attacks out, which I guess is going to be Strike. Probably. Give that to Gramps so he has a damage card, I guess. Well, thank goodness. It's at least Gramps being targeted. Instead of spending a mana on block, we'll just zap him. Do a little bit of damage. Hopefully I don't regret that next turn. Yeah, he's blocking as expected. And this is gonna crit, so let's get that poison on. As you can see, the poison ticks down 1 each turn, so really good for long fights. So he's attacking Koa for 15, which sucks. I'm gonna need to zap him. And we're gonna need to block. This showed it was gonna crit. It doesn't seem to be saying that anymore. And it's not showing that it's going to crit. As I said, very buggy with the crit. I don't understand it. Unless there's some innate mechanism that the first action of the turn has a higher crit. I don't know. It's weird. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear this is going to crit either, but at least it'll build up some rage for us. Certainly beating the snot out of him. But not getting to show off our poison much. So he's going 15 here, but this is going to crit and kill. Pretty easy. Definitely don't need another whale. Passive, end of turn, apply 5, block to a random hero, and do that 3 times. I mean, nice to have. Not great. Mostly because we have no idea who the block's going to go onto, so we really can't take that into our planning at all, which in my mind makes it kind of worthless. We could do blunt blow, 40 damage, and guaranteed crit if the target has block. It's not bad. It's pretty bad if they don't have block, though. And we already have a big damage dealing ability. I would prefer a passive to this, but I kind of hate this passive. So we're going to take Blunt Blow, mostly as a protest. And I guess, just give it to Boop. Alright, stingers. So this is just a bunch of wasp things, which is going to be kind of a problem because they're going to be attacking multiple heroes. Last run, when I had the Gipton blocked all the heroes on the first crit, this fight was no problem at all. They were never going to break through that block, but this time it's going to be rough. Well, at least two of them are targeting him, but unfortunately both of our other heroes are being targeted too, which means we're going to take damage, which is very upsetting. So we can block half of that, or just attack and get some poison on. That's going to do 20 poison? Holy crap. Yeah, continue chip. Makes sense. I wish I could tell... Oh, that's one of the ones targeting big guy. This one's targeting Boop. Sure. And that should apply before they attack, yeah. Wait, that wasn't the one targeting Boop? Okay. Oh, weird. Well, we're gonna have to block on Boop. This one appears to be the one targeting Koa, yep. Unfortunately, we can't kill him. So that sucks. I think we're gonna have to block. Now, the good news is, as the fight goes on, their power is going to remain the same, while we are going to have more mana available each time, so we should be able to quickly get past this. Alright, let's just take that guy out. Oh, right, random targets. I keep forgetting. Well, that's not gonna work. Let's do this. Why is that not doing 80? Oh, it's if the hero has block. I thought it was if the target has block. Ah, that should absolutely be over here. My bad. Okay, well. Didn't say I was good at this game. Well, let's just target one that doesn't have block then. So this fight would be going a little better if I had better reading comprehension, but we're still going to get there nevertheless. this gonna do? Not much of anything. Apply a lot of poison. Who's this one? Naturally. One thing I really wish this game had was a way to skip this part, speed it up. There doesn't appear to be that, at least in the demo. Everybody's getting targeted, so can't take out that guy probably. I'm gonna need to block one. And see if we can take this one out. This is a crit. So we can absolutely do that. If we could get poison on this, it would kill, but no luck. Really splitting those hits. Go ahead. Mark on him. Roll to finish him off with the poison. Finish him off. I have 4 rage now. This is critting again, and that'll be enough to take out them both. Obviously, the poison is not helping very much so far, but hopefully it will shine on the boss battle. So critical strike. Yeah. Even with the guaranteed crit, it's only doing 20 for 2 mana, which is just 10 per mana, which is as much as the basic attacks, so I'm not super impressed with that. Damage per mana, 50% crit chance, and refresh every time it crits. Not bad. I'll apply 35 block to a hero that has block. Honestly, I think we probably need a defense card. Yes, let's get block blow over here, please. And throw this on him. Okay, so here is where you can choose a pretty easy fight or a super hard fight. Now, if you're looking to actually win this run, I would say skip the elite that 200 extra gold is really not going to make much difference, if any. So if you go for this, it's only for the challenge. And I haven't actually seen the charger before, so I don't know what to expect there. The ninja just has like a bunch of 20 dodge, so you have to attack him 20 times before you can actually hit him, which is super annoying. But, and then he'll do like, eventually do 30 damage, I think. So as long as you have a good defense guard, not really a worry, or even you just have the zap card, it'll pretty much take care of it. But hey, for the lulz, right? Let's see what the elite fight is. Oh, I have done this guy before. Yeah, I don't know if we can beat this. I think if we had the 10 team block on crit, maybe. But I think our run may end here. Unless we use our potions. Which I obviously don't want to do because I want to save those for the boss. The real boss. Yeah, well... let's see just how screwed we are. So the reason we're screwed is because every time you... well, if you kill these guys, they apply 5 corruption to everybody, which includes the boss, which is nice, but also includes all your heroes. And then he just keeps summoning more of these guys. So basically, like, you kill one a turn, he's going to summon one a turn. And you make no progress, you just keep getting a bunch of corruption. These guys keep attacking you, and eventually you're dead. So, and if you attack the main boss, then he deals 10 damage back every hit. So I would say this mini-boss is ridiculously overpowered. Which I shall now demonstrate. So we've already got 20 damage coming in on both of these. For these guys to each deal 10 damage is insane. Completely insane. And obviously his thorns is a hard counter to our mini attacks build. So yeah, we're super screwed. I have no recourse here. I guess our only hope is I'm not even sure. I think he might be able to summon... I don't know if he can only summon one per turn, or if he's just going to summon as many as necessary to replace these. It doesn't look like he attacks on his own, so basically if he has a full complement of 4, then he doesn't do anything. So it appears. I mean, we could give him a bunch of block, but that doesn't really help us. Oh, just a random in. Great. Great. So we can't focus it all on him. Well, Boss is almost dead. Attacking with a double hit is really dumb. But it's critting, so... Did that only do one stack of thorns on me? Yeah, I was hoping that that would be the end of the fight, but clearly not. Never take this mini boss fight. It's harder than the main boss. Or final boss, rather. Oh wait, that's not critting, is it? Lame. How is he still alive? That's a lot of corruption. This fight is so stupid. Yeah, I think we're still gonna lose. Okay, so victory of the Pyrrhic variety. We got super shiny metal biscuit. That's fun. Each turn, apply 5 block to each hero that was dealt unblocked damage the last turn. Well, that's not something we can really take much advantage of. this is another one that would be really nice to have if we had way more slots. But as it is, like, okay, you're saying I can use my attack cards more times in one turn, but also I'm going to have to remove an attack card in order to put this in. This one's really good. That scales. That scales really strongly. Put it on boots so that we have at least our block split among two characters in case one dies. Not that I can imagine that ever happening. So the potion granny, you can get a mega heal potion, you can get an epic potion or a relic. Obviously, we kind of need a heal, but we're obviously also going to lose, so let's just see what options we have to get the potion chest. So there's a mega heal, mega armor, and 3 armor grants 1 bonus block when gaining block from any source. Okay. So it doubles armor. And does having 3 of those mean it does that 3 times, or does it just mean it lasts 3 turns? I don't know. All enemies. Let's see how this works. And here's the big boss, who is going to destroy us. Pretty solid trash talk here. Now each time I've done trash talk, I've been given a cursed card. Let's see if we don't insult her to still get one. Looks like we do. All heroes are stunned for the first 2 turns of okay, so we're gonna die immediately. That's fantastic. That is such an insanely ridiculous card to put in the game. I really don't know about this one, man. They've made some incredibly questionable choices. The demo is not instilling confidence in me as to the game's balance. Let's say that. Well, at least the right one got targeted. I already getting up to 40 block and going to 60. Oh, they both get it. Okay, great. So we can start stacking some poison. Another skill that the Koa can get is Javelin that pierces, so ignores block, which is really useful. So we can crit, do an 80 for 3, or we can do 80 for 3 and gain 4 rage and poison. Seems like a pretty easy choice. There we go, 20 poison. Goodbye, Boom. Boop. Whatever your name is. Now let's throw this on while we're still alive. See what it does. Well, this would have been a fun build if we hadn't come in dead and stunned. Wait, what? Okay, so it just adds 3 every time we get block. Doesn't double the amount of block we get. Okay. It's not nearly as good as I thought. Well, rage is nice. Oh, and he also has permanent block. Multiple stages, and applies to corruption to us whenever we injure him. And then at some point he's going to throw 100 shields on and suck up all the corruption and heal himself with it. So far, I've been killing him before he gets the shield up, but I don't think that's going to be the case this time. And unfortunately, our Matrix Barrier, which is our good shield, is on our dead guy. Well, we may as well put the corruption on him now. I don't think we're making it to the second stage. Double hit is pretty good. Not to mention the rage, of course. Already got 6 corruption on Koa, so that's fun. Oh, he's already doing the shield, wow. I'm cool with that. Not showing that we're getting a crit on anything. That looks like a lot of damage though. Yeah, that's a crit. I don't know why it doesn't show it. Well, as long as he never attacks us, we'll be golden. Yeah, so he's about to stun our damage dealer. Fantastic. And there is literally nothing we can do about it. Also getting very unlucky with criticals. Oh, okay. Oh, dude, come on. 72 damage. All we needed was 14 more damage, and we would have avoided that stun. But we didn't, so now we don't get to take advantage of his stunned turn. Actually, I don't know why he's not acting on this turn. Huh. I wonder if that was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. Yeah, 75 damage. Uh-huh. Definitely don't have enough block to survive that. So, huh. Go down with some style. Toodaloo, Gramps. And now we've got a proper duel. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Oh my god, I really wish we could this fight with any chance. 24 rage is crazy, bro. There's so much mana on the table. You or me. Surprisingly close fight. Oh my god, dude. Look how close we were! This is such bullcrap. Come on, he's still poisoned. He's still gonna die. That's like a half win, surely. Well, moral of the story, don't fight that mini boss. It's bullshit.